Hey guys, DM Philosopher here, Matt's the name. Just going to go over my latest map pack here. So we've got the Drow Gatehouse. It's another one in the Drow series of maps, and it forms a great addition for all my underground mines and dwarven themed maps. So this one is adding to the Drow collection of maps. Anyway, let's jump in and have a look at these maps. So this is the Gatehouse. This is the dark gridded map. There's also a light version which I'll show you soon. We've sort of got an entry point here from the wilderness. That would connect up well to the Drow highway map, and you've got a perilous sort of ledge or raised platform here that hovers over a massive drop with stalagmites and sharpness and all sorts of horribleness coming from down there, and it heads through to a walled and gated sort of gatehouse, followed by a secondary gatehouse. Now as a DM you could be kind and just sort of cut off the map at this point here, so they've only got to breach one wall, but hey, if the Drows are nasty, I always play them to like maximum effect, don't pull any punches there. So it's a sort of a double lock system, and as they approach, they're within range of these towers and walls, which could be loaded with archers if the Drow feel that they have a need to protect themselves to a heavy extent. Definitely there's room though for rogues and something like that to make a treacherous climb along the fronts here, and then maybe up onto the towers, and they could do a sneak attack sort of running through there. But that is quite a long climb. Looking at this map, obviously the length that they've got to travel there is easily over, well, I don't know, what's that, 20, 50, 75 feet or so. So definitely a treacherous encounter this would be. Anyway, let's jump in and have a look at the other maps. So this is the same map, but without the grid. So if you're running VTT software, you might space out your own grid just to reduce the scales a bit, or to increase the scales. That 70 foot odd climb that I mentioned there, if you change the grid size, that could easily become 100 or 125 foot, all depending on what you want for your characters. We've got the light map, so obviously the details are much clearer, much easier to see, and so there's less ambiguity with things around that map, and the same thing without the grid. Then we've got the point of view shots. Now these point of view shots sort of step through the scene, giving a viewpoint from the player's sort of location, so that they can get a sense of the scale and the layout of the map, and they can sort of get a feel for it. These are the dark point of view shots, so it's heavily green tinged, and these could make good point of view shots for those characters with without dark vision, and the light point of view shots, which are taken from exactly the same point of views, can be used for those characters with dark vision, and just these last few point of view shots sort of step through what it's like to be in the Drow position. So and then we've got the same point of view shots, the light ones, exactly the same angles and locations, just with that lighter filter, so there's not as many shadows, and it's a little bit clearer to see the layout of things. So that is the battle map for the Drow Gatehouse. You can find that on RPG Now, or I'll post a link to that underneath my YouTube clip as per usual. Otherwise, hopefully it just expands your options, whether your characters have gone through, you know, the dwarven lands, through their mines and into the underground tunnel systems, and have finally reached the Drow area. The Drow maps are perfectly suited for any sort of underground race, really. I've used a green tinge. It's a little bit more neutral than red, so it doesn't have quite the same connotations of evil. So if you don't want it for Drow, you just want to use it for something else, then by all means, you know, as a DM, that's your prerogative. Yeah, so anyway, that's the Drow Gatehouse. Thanks for listening, and happy gaming, people.